out about Dayton, that's probably the most frightening thing that's happened in this year for us. He was the most healthy child, never went to the doctor, always well, and then got sick like in April and went to the doctor several times, and they really did not ever know what was wrong. Finally, in July, we went to Cook's Children's Hospital, and they did all these tests, and they said, we won't know anything for 2-3 days, so y'all can go ahead and go home. So like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I will never forget it, we were at a restaurant sitting down to eat, and they called his mother on the phone and told her that Dayton had leukemia. Dayton took it very well. Tanya and I not so good, and Derek not so good. When something like that happens, or just day-to-day living, I run to him. Every time there's something horrific happening with a test for Dayton, or they thought there was blockage and there were more tests, and I can remember getting that call at the office from Tanya. Just here again, I just want to scream and cry. That was my reaction. But then the very next instant, I turned to him and I asked for his help and his guidance, and that he had spared Dayton. I'm just glad that we have God, that we can turn to him and run to him. Dayton is doing okay. When you look at Dayton, you can't even tell that he's sick. He looks perfectly okay. When he comes back, he'll be here like 2 or 3 days, and he said in 5 days' time, he feels like himself again. And then he goes back up there and takes that awful amount of chemo, and he is really, really sick. But he has such a good spirit, and God is so good and watches over Dayton and takes care of him, that when he gets back, he is okay. I do not know how people that do not have a Savior, I don't know what they do. I don't know how they face life when they don't have a relationship with him where they can talk to him, read his word, come to church. I don't know how they make it. They're a lot braver than I am. Couldn't do without him. I'm Helen Dennard, and I know that God is with me.